Hey, this is Jen from Noting Grace, where I inspire you to renew, create, and decorate your home without breaking the bank. Grab a cup of coffee and come sit by me because I am taking you on a tour of my home, all decked out for the holidays. I have been so excited about this season, I think since September. I could not wait to get out the trees and the ornaments and the twinkly lights, probably because of the year that we've been having. I think that we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Definitely need some joy to be spread throughout our home this year. Typically in the past, I have decorated with a little bit of a unique twist. There was one year where I did a denim Christmas tree, and I love to kind of change things up. Last year, I used ball jars as my inspiration and decorated a tree using the same color as those beautiful vintage ball jars. But this year, I wanted to go traditional, and it was all about the red and green in my home this year. The main thing that you're going to see in my home is the red tartan plaid. There's just something about it that is warm and cozy. It makes me think of scarves or sweaters, and I thought it would be a perfect way to create that cozy element for our home. Let's start in my dining room. I started with this red tartan table runner. I found that at Hobby Lobby, and I loved the texture of it. It was very, very soft, and I could already imagine what I was going to do with it. I topped it with 2 strands of garland and placed a couple of large pine cones that I already had in my decor. And as the centerpiece, I used this artificial mini potted Christmas tree. For the table setting, I only put out the plates and the napkins, and here's why. As a family, we rarely sit with the silverware and the glasses all decked out. We eat buffet style. So I thought, let's just keep it true to how we do things, and I think it works okay. You'll see more of that red tartan plaid on the tree in the corner. I used some red tartan ribbon as garland, and in between the swags of ribbon, I added some beaded garland. And this beaded garland was some that we purchased when Trent and I were first married, and I've had it all these years. So it was really fun to add that to our tree this year. You will see on there some of the red yarn-covered ornaments that I DIY'd last month, and there's a tutorial video if you want to check that out. One of my favorite pieces of furniture in my home is this vintage hutch, and I love to use it to display my tarnished silver and my crazed ironstone. If you know me, you know I love things that have character. So all my silver is usually tarnished. All of my ironstone has blemishes or is stained or chipped, and I just love how that looks. It reminds me that as people, we are tarnished and chipped, but displayed right, it can still be beautiful. This is the first year to use bottle brush trees in my decor. I got them last year on clearance. Now, here's something that I typically do. After I put up my Christmas decor, I already start looking for next year's decor. And I get some ideas in my head, so that way when I go the day after Christmas to get the 80% off sales, I already have a plan in place for the next season, and I can try to score those items specifically for what I'm hoping to decorate with next year. I added a few presents underneath the tree. Now here is a blogger's secret. All of the packages that are underneath the tree are empty. Most of the time, if you look at a blogger's tree and there's tons of packages and they're beautiful with ribbons, you will notice that there aren't any name tags on them. The reason being is because there's nothing in them. They are just for show. So at the end of each year, I save each box and I put them away, and when the next year comes out, I unwrap the ribbon, add new ribbon, or add different wrapping paper. It's a really easy way to fill out the base of the Christmas tree. Off of our dining room is our kitchen, and I didn't do much in the kitchen this year. There is a festive wreath in our eat-in kitchen, as well as those DIY yarn trees that are on the little shelf. There is a tutorial for that too, so you can head over and check out that video as well. Adjacent to our kitchen is the gin den, and I call it the gin den because I'm the only girl in my home, and for the most part, all of the guys want to watch action-packed shows, and there are times where I just want to go watch a rom-com or my favorite BBC channel, so I will go and tuck myself away in the gin den. Makes sense, right? I topped my mantle with some faux cedar garland, and I added pops of red by using an ornament here or there, and then I used this ribbon that's not ribbon, and let me explain. It is a cable knit ribbon that I found at Michael's, and I loved it because I love to knit and play around with different patterns, and I thought it was a perfect way to kind of create a cozy feel in my home with adding a pop of color at the same time. The stockings underneath the mantle are new this year. I got them for 50% off at Hobby Lobby. And again, there is that red tartan plaid, and I love how it looks with the fur on the top. Across from the fireplace is our couch, and I got a couple of cozy blankets on sale last year, and I put those in my living room as well as in my sunroom, which you will see in a moment. Typically, our Christmas tree was placed in the gin den, and this year I went with something different. I placed our tree in the sunroom. Reason being, my living room is typically on the darker side, and the only place to put the tree in the room is where light comes in. So it seemed to make the room that much darker. So my thought was, let's move the tree out into the sunroom and place it to where we can still see it from the kitchen and from the living room and still be able to enjoy it as a family. My sunroom is a 3-season sunroom, and it has white painted brick, and I thought the flocked tree would be perfect for this room. So I used all flocked greenery with the pops of red against it, and I love how it looks. You can see the not ribbon that I used as garland on this tree. It is that same cable knit ribbon from Michael's, and I added small hints of light green to give the tree a little bit of depth. Across from the tree, you can see another one of those cozy blankets, and I have a really affordable skinny tree behind the couch. That came from Walmart. I think it's about 30 bucks, and it's a flocked tree. It is on the skimpy side, so I added some artificial snow, the fluffy snow that you can tuck in. Some people have used it as tree skirts. I just added that to some of the tree branches to kind of give it a little bit of fullness. I have a few more rooms to share, like a fun cocoa coffee bar that I'll be sharing on the blog, as well as our Christmas front porch. So you want to make sure to head over to knowinggrace.com to check those out. I always love to hear from you, so be sure to leave me a comment below or give me a thumbs up and let me know that you like this video. And you also want to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. From my family to yours, I want to wish you the happiest of holiday seasons.